Welcome, friends. Once again, in the subject of industrial instrument or industrial automation of Gujarat Technical University, we'll continue with the second lecture, which is on architecture of automation in the industries. Right. So, in previous lecture, we had seen about what is the definition of industry, what is the definition of automation, and what is the role of industrial automation, and how it is advantageous. Right. Today we are going to see the architecture. The learning outcome of this session is that after this lecture, student will be able to understand and comprehend various components of industrial automation, and the students will be able to understand and comprehend the architecture of industrial automation. Right. So let's continue with the today's session. So the architecture of industrial automation starts with the process first. This is the process which is to be controlled so that you have a finished product from the raw material. So the very first thing in industrial automation which is directly affecting the process is called the level 0, that is sensors and actuators. Above that you have level 1, which is automatic control, then level 2 supervisory control, level 3 is production control, and top level you have a enterprise level, right? So we'll see each level one by one. So before we go any further, or so that you can appreciate these levels, you would like to go back to your control system class. In your control system class, what you learn that this is the plant or process or machine which you want to control, right? So this is my, you can say, plant or process or machine. You want certain output from it, so you have over here your reference signal, set point, whatever you call it. Then you compare it with the actual one. So you have over here is nothing but the feedback, and you generate an error. Error is processed by a block known as controller. Controller can be a combination of software and hardware or both. And a controller produces a signal which is nothing but a control signal. Now this control signal is or may not be strong enough to drive the plant or process. So in between you require a device known as actuator. An actuator is basically the muscle which is carrying out the signal of a brain, right? So then based on this signal from actuator, plant is manipulated and you get a control variable over here. You fed back over here. So this is nothing but, you can say, measurement of the output variable. And then you have over here what you call as your sensors, or popularly in control system, we call it feedback element. Right. So the job of sensor is to sense the output parameter or process parameter and convert it in the form so that it can be used by the control, right? So this is the overall, you can say, structure or blocks of industrial automation, where this is nothing but the brain, and this is nothing but the muscle, right? So brain is programmed. Likewise, we also program controller based on our requirement so that it carries out the automatic control, right? And this is the process parameter which is known as your output, and this output is, so this, the bottom part is called instrumentation. That is measuring the signal, converting it into the appropriate form and giving it to the controller is called instrumentation part. And then the remaining part is called, the top part is called control part. And the whole block diagram is nothing but, in short, instrumentation and control, right? So now based on this structure, you can see that wherever plant or process is there, sensors are directly the ones who are measuring the signal. That is the process parameters, whether it is temperature, pressure, or whatever is the process parameter. And then they communicate this signal to the automatic control arrangement. And actuators are also directly affecting the plant. So they are also supposed to be near the plant or process, right? So with this background, now we are ready to understand the different levels. So level 0 is the field level. As we have seen, directly associated with the process, there are two items rather, sensors and actuators. Sensors sense and actuators give the decision. So closest to the processes and machines are the sensors and actuators. Sensor senses the process parameters and actuator applies the decision. This is the fastest layer because number of times many sensors have to provide data. Based on that, controller takes the action and then that is implemented by actuator. It is in field, so it is also known as field level, right? It is called level 0, ground level, basic level. You can see over here, this is the sensing, temperature sensing, and this is the GIFN actuator. So based on the action taken, actuator, basically the solenoid valve is operated, right? So there are many actuators. We'll see about it in the details later on. Now level 1 is nothing but the automatic control level. So basically based on sensors and actuator directly associated to that machine is an automatic control section. That is the brain of that particular device, which directly controls the process, whether it is operates a valve or operates a motor or operates a solenoid like that. So it consists of automatic control and monitoring system. It is at local level near the machine in the field. It drives the actuators using process information given by sensor. The level 2 is nothing but the supervisory control. So whatever, as we have seen, that whatever is your machine, you are supposed to provide set point or reference, right? So those reference or set point or required output is set by the supervisory level. So it drives automatic control system by setting target, goal, reference, set point, etc. It may look after several control loops. So the supervisory control maybe it is also at field level, but it may be controlling, you can say, many parts of a machine or many machines, right? So this is a supervisory control. This is basically, supervisory control is a mix of, you can say, machine and humans. So here, humans are also starting to enter, because of who is supervising, who is entering the data of set point and reference. We as operator or humans are operating that, right? So that is level 2. Now level 3 is a production control level. So now what is level 3? It solves the decision problems like production targets, resource allocation, task allocation, machines maintenance management. Based on that, set points are decided by the level 2, right? So it is generally offline, done by humans and computer programs. So this production control level is nothing but the level 3. Based on the required production, the parameters are set at the supervisory level, right? So this is the level 3. This is basically, again, once again, this is a decision level, and it may not be continuously online. In a shift once or twice, this parameters are set, not continuously, they are changed, right? And the top level is called enterprise control level. This deals mostly with the commercial activities. And what is the sales requirement? What is the what are the orders? Based on that, how you are supposed to manage. So it is basically MIS level and top level, and it is generally offline, done by humans, manager at the top level. So, but all the information from level 0, 1, 2, 3 helps in getting the level 4. So level 4 is the commercial level management. Based on that, production control is done. Based on that, supervisory control is done. And then whatever set points are there, as per that, automatic controls are there, and sensors and actuators are performing based on the set point and automatic control information which we have, right? So this is how we have a architecture of our industrial automation, starting from level 0 sensors and actuators. Then you have your controller. Then you have supervisory control, production control, and level 4. there is a lot of communication going on between these levels. And so far as time of operation is concerned, whatever is at the bottom is operating at the very fast level, and whatever is at the top, it operates, the time of changing the parameter rather is the slowest at the top level, right? Likewise, the thing which are at the bottom are at the field or in the plant level, and while at the top are maybe in the managerial rooms, control rooms, or at the top level, right? So this is the basic architecture of a automatic control system, or you can say industrial automation in an industry. We'll continue with the types of automation. What is the you can say field bus, mod bus, and other details. What is we'll introduce PLCs and SCADA in our subsequent lectures, right? So as per GTU syllabus unit 1, we are discussing these topics in brief only, because these are to be described in short with this details only, right? So here we conclude the architecture part of industrial automation system. If you have any questions or queries, you are free to post it in the comment section. Thank you.